Scorpios, welcome to my channel. Let's take a look at what the month of September has in store for you. I missed you guys so much. I had to take a break from doing readings. You guys know, being a reader, doing so many readings back to back to back, energetically, it can be a little bit overwhelming. So I'm back, fresh new energy, better than ever. And hopefully you guys, like I said, missed me as much as I missed y'all, okay? But let's get into it. The first card we have is going to represent the overall energy, and we have the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands talks about our foundation. It talks about our roots. It talks about grounding. Also, making money through creative means. This is like self-employment. Even content creation. This is my content creation card. So there could be topics of that focus during this month overall. Also, there could be certain family members where it's like, okay, do you support me? Do you genuinely have me in your best interest, like how I have you in my best interest? Or is it a situation where you have people, family members, friends, whoever around you, where it's like they're getting what they can get and just kind of taking away from you energetically? And you're going to be looking at all of that. Now, going into career and finance for you for the month of September, we have the World card. So you could be having a full spectrum moment during this month where you're realizing like, yeah, I'm ready to close this chapter in my life and go towards something completely different. And it could be just the culmination of things, like a list of reasons as to why you want to do this. It could be the work environment. It could be the lack of support, the lack of resources, the lack of raises. Something is telling you like, I need to maybe look at other jobs or look at other industries in terms of employment, so that I can make more money. And shoot, there could be another path that's just calling to you. I also see some of you having an opportunity present itself maybe in a different part of the world, like maybe not in your home city or state, but somewhere else, or open to moving for better opportunities as well. Some of you could be moving for better opportunities. Okay, there also could be just certain things that you're learning that maybe there was mistakes in terms of how you managed your money in the past. And now it's like, okay, now I know not to do that anymore. Or now I know how that could be a mistake if I do X, Y, and Z. Now, going into love, we have, hold on, I think I saw a card flip. Oh no, that may have been my imagination. We have the Three of Pentacles. So for my Scorpios who are currently in a relationship, you could be trying to work on the trust dynamic, trying to work on just having a better relationship. Your relationship may have been weathered by challenging times. And with the Three of Pentacles, it just comes down to whether or not you and your person are on the same page in terms of being on the same team. And I think that this month is going to really challenge you and your person to realize, even in the midst of fighting, even in the midst of disagreements, that you guys are on the same team. And for others of you where like maybe there's been third-party issues within your relationship where your person has been dealing with other people and this has been just causing a strain in trust, I think that this month is also going to call you to assess whether or not you do have the capacity to work on this relationship, knowing that this person has this problem, or vice versa. Be careful of other people trying to put their 2 cents in your relationship when only you can make decisions on what you ultimately want to do. Now, going into the advice for you, we have the Three of Swords. So the advice, Scorpios, is to not beat yourself down for expectations that you've had in the past not being met just the way you may have envisioned it. That's the thing with visions. It's just a rough draft, and it's just a overall view of what could potentially be. Now, what turns visions into reality is how we take action on them and how fast we do it too, and how willing we are to stay disciplined in that process and to show up. But with the Three of Swords with the Three of Swords upright, if you've been beating yourself up for, oh, I wish I left that situation sooner, I wish I would have did that, I wish I would have said this, you're not giving yourself the opportunity to learn from that and also move forward with confidence because you have this wisdom. Because how will you ever know how to do love right? How will you ever learn how to do money right if you don't slip up, make mistakes in order for you to learn? So this harping and beating down on yourself is pointless. Now, going into the challenge card, the challenge is the Hangman. So this is a perspective that needs to be shifted. Whenever the Hangman comes up, this is us looking at things from an angle that may not necessarily benefit us. Also, it could represent us just needing to take a moment and pause before doing anything drastic. So the challenge during this time frame is just certain delays. You could be wanting things to move a lot quicker, or you could just feel energetically blah, like you don't feel as motivated. So the challenge is going to be fighting against those blah moments, or those moments of I don't feel like it and still doing it. And it's possible, it's just that's going to be the challenge that you should accept and take on. But let's get into it. Also, there could be delays with communication, delays on just other people and the way they're moving. So the challenge is also to not get frustrated in these delays. Now, the next card we have Butterfly, which represents metamorphosis. So the message here, we have to look at our situation from a new pair of eyes, or we'll never get on the other side of our situation. So anytime that you find yourself like wanting change to happen, it starts with the perspective first. It starts with the, okay, I'm looking at me losing my job as the worst thing in the world and I can't ever get a job and this is just so horrible, versus I'm looking at it as, oh, okay, this is an opportunity for me to make even more money, for me to now sit back and think about my career and assess, all the things that I've learned from this work environment and from just this job as a whole, and then apply it moving forward. And depending on which perspective that you occupy is gonna determine what your situation looks like. So if you want change to happen, start there. You have to start there. We also have Joy, which represents the smiley face, which I love this card. Of course, who doesn't love joy? So if you are looking for something external to come along, I'm getting tongue-tied. If you're looking for something external to come along and to give you that sense of happiness or reinvigoration or feeling like you again, you're going to always depend on outer things to give that to you. Joy is an internal state that you can tap into by you being intentional around surrounding yourself with things that you enjoy and love. The priceless things. Because again, if joy is always behind a paywall where you gotta buy something new, you gotta have this happening or that has to be happening, you gotta be accomplishing something just to be happy, then you're never really allowing yourself to access joy in other times, and you're stealing your own happiness essentially. So these are the things to remember. I hope that this was helpful and to give you some insight for the month of September. I will see you in the next one. If you enjoyed, thumbs it up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.